difficult journey, and he lived in a very small kingdom, and
if it hadn't been
for my camel Chamberlain, then I had been alone with the stars, my distant friends. And then then I saw a star. It was the sign I have been waiting for. And the three kings were in the distance, and I thought we were going to catch up with them.
Did you miss a page?
And then the sandstorm began, and then we were out of the storm. Then we went back into the storm, and we found a little nomad girl, and she and her family found her, and they invited us to stay, but I was anxious to join my friends. And when I got there, the three kings were in the distance, and the note says, "Dear Mazel, your friend Balthazar." But it wasn't the three kings. It was a merchant caravan, lost and without a map. And then a deep gorge cut over our path. Then we heard a tiny tinkling bell. My camel heard a tiny tinkling bell, and it was a little plant, watered and thirsty, and I gave it what water I left, and then it grew a little palm into my hand, and it sounded and I put it in my cloak, and but it wasn't, we wanted to see what was around the corner. It has been built by small children. built his wall, and he snatched the crystal and said it was ransom for me and my camel. Then we stayed with the children, and then a little girl gave me her wooden lamp. They led us through
the dark maze.
A dark maze, and we couldn't see each other for the darkness, and then we were out of our prison, and we tiptoed by the sleeping guards, and he led us out of the small opening in the wall. And then we met some shepherds with glad tidings, but the shepherds stopped us. Something bad was happening in Bethlehem. Soldiers were killing all the small children. I thought of the newborn king born in a stable, and I saw a lady with a baby, and we sat silently as the soldiers passed, but the baby started to whimper, and I gave him the wooden lamp from my pocket. Then I hopped on to the road, and then I got to a stop, and then I was exhausted, and then I fell to my knees. The stable was empty. Dear Mazel, you have not come too late. When I was captive, you freed me. When I was in danger, you saved me. When I was thirsty, you gave me water. Hearing these words, I knew that my journey was over. And the children were outside waiting with smiles.
One more page. Remember this one?
And I'm not, and Melchior and Casper have returned to their kingdoms, but I'm not. I'm no longer a king. I look after a flock of children, and my camel looks after a flock of sheep. The end.
Wow.
Good job, Gib.
Wow.
That was great reading.
That was amazing, Gibby.
You did beautifully.
That was a great story.
So we'll put it on the computer and you can see yourself read tomorrow night. How's that? Pretty cool?
That was awesome, Gibby. I'm so proud of you.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Can we brush teeth first? Alrighty.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna brush my teeth.